Hello, voices in my head. Please stop telling me to hurt people. To appease your suffering, I will talk about Modern Warfare 3. I'm going to break this into pieces, which is to say it's all going to be one piece, but my commentary is going to be broken up, so hopefully it's not too disconnected, but I'm going to show the information that's been important to me, what I'm highlighting on, and maybe even just show all the different assault rifles and well, not just assault rifles, all the weapons, perks, kill streaks, blah, 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 blah. So, without any more ado, let's get to it! Okay, let's start with the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer reveal trailer. I will get into all the full details here, but important things to notice from this, obviously, are the additions that they've made to Modern Warfare 2. And that's kind of how I'm referring to Modern Warfare 3 from my impressions. This is an expansion to Modern Warfare 2, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, although it kind of looks like it could be. But anyway, kind of what they're showing off here is the fact that you've got an extra perk. They don't call it that, but that's what it is. It's like a weapon specialization ability perk that does stuff like reduce weapon recoil, but we'll get into all the details later. But the one thing that really bothers me about this trailer and about the game so far in general is they're talking about how they emphasize gunplay in Modern Warfare 3, more like COD 4 and less like Modern Warfare 2, but all this trailer has is kill streaks, and they're emphasizing, they're doing it kind of subtly, but the guy that kills the player in every single one of these clips is a sniper who's quickscoping, essentially, and the trailer ends with him getting taken down by a guy running overkill who kills him with a quickscope. And that's their way of pretty much saying, hey, everybody that loves quickscoping, we've brought it back with a vengeance. And personally, I am not happy about that, because for every one person out there who's great with a sniper rifle quickscoping, there's 1,000 more who are terrible and will ruin a game that you're trying to win by running around trying to quickscope. And it's back, so yay! Half of our teams are going to be worthless again. I don't necessarily think that you're supposed to take stuff like that out of the game just because some people break it, but as we saw with explosives in Modern Warfare 2, if it's there to abuse, it will be abused. But anyway, that's a minor thing. Here, you'll notice that and I'll break down everything here in more detail. Actually, I may go back and pause a piece after the end here that I think was kind of funny that they slipped into the trailer. But I mean, look, all you've seen is a bunch of kill streaks. That guy's got it's a cool weapon. It's actually based on a real military weapon where it's an explosive round where you laser target the distance to a wall, and then the round programs itself to detonate, 2 feet behind that point. So it allows you to fire an explosive into a room and it'll detonate inside, right? Or there you saw it over the wall. But that's an explosive. There's very little gunplay. There's another kill streak, a robot driving around shooting people. This entire reveal trailer is just showing how much they're proud of their revamped kill streak system and how much kill streaks are going to play into the game. Some things they have pointed out: shotguns. They still do have, obviously, non-pistol secondaries. We've seen machine pistols and launchers, but shotguns apparently are primaries again, which I'm glad about. They've brought back overkill, which will allow you to still use a primary weapon in a shotgun, since there's no stopping power. It's open up to use that, but the perks I'm less concerned about. And I'm not even really as concerned about the explosive to an extent, but the kill streaks, they do bother me. I think, yet again, there's going to be a big emphasis on kill streaks in this game, so here comes the final sniper showdown with the Dragunov quickscope, and their priorities seem a little screwed up, but I'm still hopeful, and obviously I'm gonna still play the crap out of the game. But here, let me go back real quick and just point something out that's kind of funny. I kind of liked here, I slowed this down, notice in the bottom left there, behind all the perks and stuff, they've labeled the chicken, which I thought was a nice touch. But anyway, let's get to some weapons here. Here you'll see the typical classes you expect to see, except there you'll notice that shotguns are primaries again, which I'm glad about, because shotgun secondaries was a bit annoying. But machine pistol secondaries will still make them useful, but hopefully not so much so that they'll be really annoying. So here we see some returning favorites, the M4, M16, the Scar L, which some of you may point out that the Scar L is not the Scar H like in Modern Warfare 2, which is the L and H variants. The L variant is the 5.56 or 2.23 Remington variant of the Scar, which is the special. It's a special forces designed weapon. It's modular, but the Scar H is the heavy variant, and that's the 7.62 or 308 NATO version of it, or 7.62 NATO or 308 Winchester, I believe. So, but anyway, for anyone who cares about the calibers, because military doesn't use the Winchester or the Remington variants; they use the NATO. Here, proficiency is what I was talking about, which is the new perk. And again, they're not calling it a perk, but it's what it is. They're weapon specialization abilities. And essentially this allows you to select a perk that will either reduce weapon kick or have bling, essentially the extra attachments, less flinch. You know, it's what it seems like. It's a weapon-specific perk. And what they're trying to emphasize in this game, and I think it's a point where they're getting confused between focusing on gun-on-gun combat and focusing the ranking system around weapons. What they're doing is making it so that as you use a weapon, you rank it up and your proficiency with it increases. So essentially your weapons will get more powerful as you use them, which I think is going to be a huge balancing problem. I don't know how they plan on balancing 40 weapons or something like that when you can rank them up and add extra perks to them. But anyway, again, they've taken the approach of add more and more and more and more stuff and just hope everything works out. But new and fancy is nice. Here's, you know, all the attachments. Pretty typical. Using 2 attachments I don't think has any limitations in this game, unlike Black Ops, so I think you can have extended mags and rapid fire like on SMGs, which you weren't allowed in Black Ops, which in Black Ops was a balance feature, like in COD 4 when if you had a grenade launcher attachment, or even Modern Warfare 2, I think, if you had a grenade launcher attachment, you didn't get a perk. Like, it was COD 4. You lost your first perk if you used a grenade launcher. Camouflage is making a return. There are some special camouflages being unlocked for people who buy the hardened edition of the game, which I'll touch on that for a second. The hardened edition of the game looks like it's going to be $100, and it will include 1 year to Call of Duty Elite and all the DLC for Modern Warfare 3 for free. And why is that important? Because it's supposedly going to be 4 DLC packs at $15 a pop is an extra $60, so you're getting $120 worth of Modern Warfare 3 for $100. So if you're planning on getting all the downloadable content like I am, some people might not, so it's not a good deal. If you are, then I don't see why you wouldn't get that. I'm planning on getting it just because I'm going to get the DLC eventually, and I'm getting Pip the regular copy, and we'll buy her DLC as we go along, just so we don't have a $200 initial investment in the game. Save $40 up front, pay $60 later. These are the kill streak support strike packages. Assault, support, and specialist. The key point here, the assault strike packages, you can see it here. They roll when you die, they restart. The support ones do not, which is interesting because that'll make them useful. So I hope support doesn't have a lot of really good stuff in it. Although I like encouraging the ability for you to support your team, if you just get to constantly rack stuff up whether you die or not, that could be a little redonkulous. But hopefully, essentially what they've said is assault is stuff that helps you punish the enemy, which is stuff that will kill the enemy. Support is stuff that will help your team. And as long as that's stuff like UAVs and stuff like that, that's fine. But if it starts making your team more powerful, like giving them extra armor and things like that, that punishes the other team as well. And I could see someone like Pip running that all the time, and I could see myself running it a lot, just constantly earning stuff to help the team complete the objectives, because winning games is what I'm more interested in than giant kill streaks. The assault stuff will be fun to play with. I'll play with it a bunch too. Specialist is kind of interesting, where as you build it up, you get extra perks. So, and I think they've said that after you get so many kills, you essentially have like all the perks, and when you die, they go away. So it's kind of like one of the wager matches in Black Ops, whereas you got a certain number of kills, you got bonuses up until you got double points or whatever like that, where it give you sleight of hand and then that. But this will be like that, but you can customize it. So let's look here. Well, there's the, let's see, the specialist. So there's it showing the perks you can use in the specialist kill streak section. And later on we'll break down the perks themselves individually here. But there you can, you know, I think they must be ordered, right? So as you select them, they go in there. You may be limited to just 3, I'm not sure. But anyway, it looks like 2 kills per thing to get the next kill streak. Also, there's a perk, and I don't know which one it was, Hardline Pro maybe, or Marksman Pro, I forget which one, that for every 2 assists you get counts as 1 point towards your point streak is what they're calling it. They're not kill streaks, but they're kill streaks. But objectives and stuff will count towards them, which is really good. So yeah, some interesting stuff here. It's going to be, the concern I have with this isn't that, hey, this is going to be bad out of the box, because you can't say that. Maybe Infinity Ward has figured out the magic solution for balancing stuff up front. I doubt that very seriously. But the way I see it is, the more stuff you add to a game, the more difficult it is to properly balance the game. Otherwise, something like some combination of, well, if you take the ACR and you rank it all the way up, because you rank up your proficiency with those weapons, and then if you use you know, a certain proficiency with it that you know, say you got less flinch, because the ACR previously has always had, you know, no recoil, so, you know, and then less flinch, and then, you know, you use a certain combination of perks with it, and then a certain number of support streaks, and it just becomes unstoppable. So it's hard to protect against stuff like that. But here you see the support kill streaks. Some typical ones you see there: support SAM turret, advanced UAV. I'm hoping the advanced UAV is essentially the Blackbird from Black Ops, because that was a great kill streak. But again, here's a problem: is the support ones don't roll over when you die. So every time you get 8 kills or 12 kills, you get a presumably something like a Blackbird or something like that. And there's a stealth bomber and a remote turret in the support package. So I guess they're doing defensive stuff. And EMP, that can't be right. They can't. There's no way that every time someone gets 15 kills, their team can use an EMP. I mean, if I ran something like that, I mean, I don't want to sound too stuck up my own ass here, but it wouldn't be unheard of for me to get 3 MPs in a game, especially if they don't roll over. I mean, I could get a 15 kill streak in a game decently easy, but you don't even start it over when I die? I mean, EMPs ahoy. And hey, that may de-emphasize kill streaks, right? If everyone has, you know, if me and KJ, for instance, are running a support package with the EMP, the other team will get hit by, at minimum, 4 to 5 EMPs a game, which could de-emphasize kill streaks sufficiently, like significantly. And there is a perk that I believe the Pro variant, it's kind of the equivalent of Cold Blood, but the Pro variant makes it to where EMPs and counter UAVs don't affect you, which I think is pretty cool, which could counteract some of the fallout of getting hit by 4 or 5 EMPs in a game. But again, potential problem here? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And a 4-kill UAV, I mean, constant UAVs. So without stopping power, maybe this will become like Black Ops, where Ghost, or the equivalent here, is going to become the new most important perk to have, because there's always going to be air support up. The assault ones, it's good to look at. You know, seem pretty typical. Some new stuff that's pretty cool. The Little Bird Guard sounds awesome, right? It's a little bird helicopter with miniguns that follows you around and helps protect you against enemies. Great, huh? Yeah, but again, kill streaks. Making them more powerful? Not sure. And the Juggernaut. I'm wondering if that, because it says it drops armor, so I'm assuming a care package, right? Hopefully that only affects the person who earns it. But what is that essentially? Turning Painkiller into a 15 kill streak? And I'm assuming, since it's a 15 kill streak, because Painkiller gave you 300% health, I'm assuming it's even better than that. It's probably like 1,000% health. So essentially, you get a 15 kill streak, and you'll be invincible for a certain amount of time, which could be good for an objective game. But anyway, it could be just completely ridiculous. Custom classes, pretty standard stuff. Like I've been saying, the thing that concerns me the most in this game is going to be the kill streaks right now. and that's really what's concerning me. Let me skip ahead here. Okay, actually I'm going to make a quick note here. One thing I did notice from the gameplay of Capture the Flag I saw is that at the end of the game, it still shows kills, assists, and deaths. Which, how did they not update that to be like Black Ops that actually showed the stats that are important to the game mode that you're playing? I haven't seen all the scoreboards of all the game modes, but if Capture the Flag doesn't show your flag capture stats, I'm pretty sure the other game modes aren't going to either. So again, the scoreboard, the final scoreboard, it's not a minor thing. The final scoreboard is not going to emphasize objective play. It's going to emphasize kills and KD. Yes, if you get extra points for doing objectives, then you will end up higher on the scoreboard. Like, we've had games before. A Modern Warfare 2 game I'm actually going to be posting probably before I post this video. Shows that a game I was playing with KJ, I got 10 more kills than him, he got more points than me. Obviously, he did more objectives, but you don't tell that from the scoreboard. And when you don't show people at the end of the game who did the objective well, then you encourage people to ignore the objective because no one's really going to be able to tell whether they played the objective or not. We play a game of domination or demolition in Black Ops, and you see at the end of the game a guy's gone 45-3, and we're playing domination, and he's got 0 captures and 0 defends, and you're just like, what the hell did he do? You know what I mean? I mean, he didn't even get one. That means he didn't even capture the point that you spawn next to. Like, how much of an asshole are you that you don't even take half a second to jump on the first flag with your teammates? But anyway, rant. Tactical stuff, pretty standard. They bring in the Scrambler from Black Ops in. An EMP grenade is essentially, I think it says it's going to destroy equipment and stuff. So whereas the concussion grenade in like Black Ops would temporarily disable like a sentry gun, the EMP grenade will destroy it. So that's cool, but I hope the concussion grenade still disables it, or what the fuck. Portable radar, that's essentially the motion sensor from Black Ops. Attack insert, pretty standard here. The trophy system, what did it say it was? Hold on just a sec. Okay, I guess it's not described. Anyway, I think what it looks like, anyway, from the trailer for that, is that it's kind of a localized enemy defense, like maybe it'll shoot down RPGs or something like that. Perk 1, let's Sleight of Hand Pro, relock weapons faster. Let me see if I can organize this a bit. Yeah, let's just break them down as they go through. So, Sleight of Hand Pro, faster reloading, standard. This is perk 1. Swap weapons faster. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing the sleight of hand thing, you're probably burning through ammo pretty quickly, so swapping weapons faster is a good pro variant to have for that. Recon, explosive damage puts the targets on the map. Again, that could be useful, but only if people are really abusing explosives, which makes me think by putting this in here that they've said publicly that they've reduced the power of explosives, but when they put stuff like this in the game, it makes me think that they think you need a lot more protection than you already have. You see over there Blast Shield Pro, they're bringing back a flat jacket equivalent, which I'm all for, so we'll see. Blind Eye, this is the cold-blooded one essentially, but perk 1, that's kind of interesting. Undetectable, it kind of sits where Ghost did. Undetectable at air support and sentries. Secondary, I like that the pro variant allows you to shoot stuff down faster. That's cool, because it used to be Stopping Power Pro in Modern Warfare 2 that helped you do that, and that was broken. Extreme Conditioning, longer distances, and climb obstacles faster, so they combined Lightweight Pro with Marathon, and notice that there's no unlimited sprint. So Marathon Pro in Black Ops was unlimited sprint, but here there's no unlimited sprint. There's just extra sprint and then faster vaulting. And then Scavenger, I'm assuming will be something like we've seen before, because it doesn't have the pro variant unlocked here. But essentially you'll be able to scavenge ammunition, and then maybe the pro variant will allow you to scavenge equipment or explosives or special grenades. I imagine that'll be pretty typical, or it could be something completely different, but that seems to fit more logically. They do seem to have more logically paired together pro perks, so quick draw, faster aiming. That's kind of sleight of hand pro from Black Ops. So I don't know about making it its own perk. I don't know if it's that useful. And recover from equipment and grenade usage quicker. You know, that could have use for really extreme rushing classes. And like, so you're running an SMG, right? And you're getting up real close, and then you can run extreme conditioning, quick draw, and, you know, I can see that. Blast Shield, Explosive Resistance, and then Blast Shield Pro. They can put Tac Mask Pro with Flak Jacket, which I'm not complaining about. This is a good perk, and it's going to be very useful. I'm glad this is here because Blast Shield in Modern Warfare 2 is equipment, and I didn't like that. But this will allow you to have a perk for doing objective games like Demolition. I like that. Hardline, the usual, but here it is, Hardline Pro. Every 2 assists counts towards your kill streak. And there's where it first... Death streaks require 1 less... Death streaks are back. I could have sworn that they stated publicly they would not bring back death streaks. But not only that, they brought back Final Stand, which really pissed me off, but I think we'll get there. But every 2 assists counts as a kill, so that's good for people like Pip, or even sometimes when I'm having one of those games where I get like 10 assists. Well, that's 5 kills now towards my kill streak. And if I'm running a support package, then bam, you know. This would be really useful when you're running support packages, right? Kill streaks 1 less, every 2 assists counts, so that could be fun. But again, balance... I'll let you think about it. Assassin, undetectable by UAV, portable radar, thermal, and heartbeat sensors. So it looks like they split Cold-Blooded out into 2 different perks, right? So you need perk 1 and perk 2 to get all the benefit you used to get from Ghost Pro. But here's the one I was mentioning, Assassin Pro, immune to counter UAV and EMP, and Cold-Blooded Pro, where you don't get a red crosshair when they aim at you. That's pretty cool. But, but are you going to have to run this all the time if people are running EMP? I mean, because they put EMP as a high-level unlock, I have no doubt, right? But one thing they always never seem to remember is that eventually a lot of people will be at high levels, and so it'll be very common, and it'll be raining for, you know, if it's a support kill streak and it works like they say it does, you'll have lots of EMPs every game. Overkill, pretty standard. I don't know what Overkill Pro would be, because Overkill essentially lets you have 2 primary weapons, so it replaces your secondary with a primary. But Overkill has never been in a game that's had pro perks, so I'm curious as to what that will let you do. Marksman, identify enemy targets at longer range. This one I think actually could be a perk that would be annoying. Because if you're seeing, I'm assuming identifying them at longer range means their name tags will pop up from further away. And again, longer hold breath. Yeah, if you're sniping, I can see how this would be useful. So, but again, identify them at longer range. What their name pops up. So, but what if you're not close to someone? If someone way back in the distance is running across an opening, is their name going to pop up? And is that going to be confusing if there's a teammate in front of you or a different enemy in front of you who's maybe running Assassin Pro with the no crosshairs? I don't know. I'm not excited about Marksman. Stalker, move faster while aiming. That's pretty cool. And delay enemy claymore explosions, which there was a perk in Modern Warfare 2 that did that. I don't know if was it Sitrep Pro. I don't remember what Sitrep. No, Sitrep Pro makes their footsteps louder. There was a perk somewhere that delayed enemy claymore explosions. I'm not sure why these 2 fit together. I mean, I guess if you're trying to sneak around, if you're sneaking around and getting behind people where you would need to get past claymores quickly, I don't know why you'd always have your sights up. I can see a use for this, but this one I probably won't use very often, especially since delaying claymore explosions won't be important if you're running something like the Blast Shield Pro or whatever. Sitrep is exactly the same as it was in Modern Warfare 2, which I never saw the value of Sitrep Pro during Modern Warfare 2, but when Black Ops came out and I used Hacker a bunch, going back to Modern Warfare 2, Sitrep is extremely useful. If for nothing else, like in Black Ops, for locating the enemy. You see a claymore through a wall halfway across the map, you know someone's sitting behind it, most likely, 9 times out of 10. So Sitrep is going to be a good perk 3. I imagine I'll use it quite a bit. Steady aim. I like steady aim. Weapon ready faster after sprinting, which was, I don't know if that was lightweight pro from Black Ops or something, but that's a good combination to have. But I don't know. Since COD 4, I haven't been as big into steady aim as I was there, just because aiming from the hip isn't as good without it, but again, there's so many more things you could benefit from in perk 3 more than hip fire improvement. Dead silence seems pretty typical ninja, right? So quiet footsteps. The pro variant, they've already said sit rep pro is the pro variant is louder enemy footsteps, so I'm not sure what the dead silence pro perk will be. Maybe to where planting devices and stuff like that is silent. Who knows? Maybe it makes all your call out silent. Who knows? We've already seen this, haven't we? This is just the selection screen, I guess, for kill streaks. Let me see if I can get past here. Oh, I guess this is going to break down and go through them individually. IMS is essentially a system detects and eliminates enemy combatants. It's essentially like a bouncing Betty. It looks like a sensor array on the ground, and it's taken from a real piece of military equipment. Someone gets near it. I think in the trailer that they showed, maybe it called in an AC-130 strike, like maybe it's a directed signal, or maybe it launches its own explosive charge. But bouncing Bettys are an equipment as well, so I guess using this as a kill streak and then having bouncing Betty, you could just lay traps everywhere. Who knows? But anyway, you know, we've seen most of these, pretty typical. Let's see if it's gonna scroll through any of them. Predator missile. Let's go a little quicker here. Okay, I sped this next part up quite a bit, so it's just going to scroll through them. Pretty standard stuff: precision airstrike, attack helicopter, strafing run, which is, I guess I'm thinking of the strafing run from Medal of Honor, where an aircraft came in, but this is 5 attack helicopters. And I've seen this because I thought it was like kind of cool. One after the other comes in like a big long like wall of strafing runs. No, they actually come in side by side, 5 wide, which I think is a little ridiculous. So it's going to be a really wide strafing run, not a really long one. Anyway, Little Bird Guard, I talked about that. The Reaper lays missile targets remotely from the UAV. So I'm assuming this means you're going to have like a remote view from the UAV, and you're going to be marking places to fire missiles. Kind of like a mini AC-130. There's the actual AC-130. It may control differently, I don't know. Juggernaut, advanced armor via care package. That could really suck if you drop that and the other team gets it. But if it gives you like 1,000% health or something like that, it could be ridiculous. Now here, death streaks. I can't believe these are back. Juiced, run faster, revenge. What the hell? Revenge. Scroll down to it, game. Anyway, revenge will actually mark the location for you of the guy who just killed you, so you can go back and kill him. It's like a free individual Blackbird, which could end up leading you into a lot of traps. I mean, it's not going to be so ridiculously overpowered that you're just automatically going to kill that guy, but that sucks, you know? I do like that Painkiller is gone, because that was really annoying. Juiced is good because Juiced is like run away, don't be invincible, right? Final Stand is back. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And Martyrdom. They bumped up how many deaths it takes to get a death streak, but that's not good enough. I mean, that's not... Anyway. And I don't know, Dead Man's Hand I assume means you can use equipment while you're down. And Hollow Points is obviously some sort of super stopping power. So if you die a crap tons of time in a row, you know, you're gonna get ultra stopping power for your weapons. So I am totally bummed about death streaks. Not necessarily because I think they themselves will ruin the game, because Painkiller mostly, and to a large extent Final Stand, but only combined with Last Stand. But Painkiller was really horrible in Modern Warfare 2. Final Stand is really gonna bug me. It's going to be less common at 5 deaths than it was, I think, at 4. Not a lot less common, but less common at 5 deaths than it was at 4. And the problem with Final Stand in Modern Warfare 2 is it didn't give you 1 point of health like Last Stand did. It gave you like a whole nother life. So I've been in firefights with people in Final Stand. Again, Dead Man's Hand. Maybe it booby traps yourself, because that's kind of what it looks like there. But anyway, death streaks. And look at that. Unlocked at level 71. So guess what? They're going to level 75. Or 80, which grinding in Modern Warfare 2 was a pain with 70 levels. Maybe they scaled them differently in Modern Warfare 3, but somehow I doubt it. So it's going to take forever to rank up. Who knows what the rewards are going to be for prestige? They better be significant, because it's going to probably take even more than created class unlocks for me to prestige in this game, especially since using weapons ranks them up and makes them better. there's going to have to be something really, really awesome and worth it to make me want to prestige in Modern Warfare 3, even a single time. So I guess the bottom line here is I'm a little wary of Modern Warfare 3. There's a lot of stuff in here that looks like it could be really cool and will undoubtedly, for at least a month or two, be extremely fun until people figure out how to break it and you know, just completely overuse it. And who knows if there's going to be a Javelin glitch or care package glitch like there was at the beginning of Modern Warfare 2, but because yeah, last time, well, we brought in these great hackers to come in and get all the exploits out of our game. Yeah, we saw how well that worked, right? Anyway, I'm not judging Modern Warfare 3 yet because who knows, maybe they balanced it perfectly and everything's going to be just fine. The people I've seen that played it at XP seem to have enjoyed it just fine. But again, when you have a small window to play with the game and you don't have all the unlocks and you can't try all the combinations, the stuff that breaks games doesn't show up until 3-4 months into the game. So get the game day one and enjoy it for a couple of months, and then we'll deal with it later. But I'm hopeful. There's new stuff in this game. There's cool stuff in this game. I hope it works out fine. And that's all I have to say about